I'm gonna show you all the best camera settings to use for sports photography. This is Road to Becoming a Professional Sports Photographer, Week 2. Let's do it. So first, you're gonna want to set your camera to continuous autofocus. On Canon, this is gonna show up as servo, but basically this is gonna help you track your subjects as they move to have those clean pictures. And next, you want to set your camera to high speed continuous shooting, and this will just help you take a lot of pictures in a short amount of time and just help you really track the fast paced environment of sports. Next up, we got the exposure triangle. And I know for a lot of y'all, this is very confusing, so I'll break this down in a later video. But for now, I'm just going to keep it simple and just give you the camera settings that I use. For your shutter speed, you're going to want to set this at least 1/800. I usually stay in the 1/800 to 1/1000 range. Basically, the larger the bottom number is, the better your camera is going to freeze the motion, and that'll just give you better clean images. The only reason I would ever drop below 1/800 is if you're trying to get that motion blur effect. That's the only reason I would do that. But if you're not trying to do that, you want clean images, do always at least 1/800 for your shutter speed. For the aperture, personally, I would set mine at f2.8. This just allows the most light to get into your camera, and it also highlights your subject better and blurs out the background better. So I think these produce better quality images, but f4 is also perfectly fine as well. The last thing you want to do for your exposure triangle is set your ISO. Your ISO, you always want this to be as low as possible, because the more ISO you have, the more grain you have. Now, of course, in darker settings, you're going to have to raise your ISO just so your camera is not underexposed. But again, you want to try to limit this as much as possible. So always start at the lowest setting possible. After you adjust the other two, aperture and your shutter speed first, then you do your ISO and raise it to the desired amount to get the perfect exposure for your image. And again, this video is just my simplified camera settings. All three, aperture, shutter speed, and ISO, they all affect lighting in their different ways. So that's why it's like so complicated. You have to balance them. So I will definitely create a video explaining all three of those. But this is just a simplified video of my camera settings. But yeah, those are my camera settings that I use personally. Hopefully that was helpful for some of y'all. Make sure to go ahead and hit that follow button though and stay tuned. This is Road to Becoming a Professional Sports Photographer, Week 2. We out.